Welcome to Fit for Life. My name is Karen McKenzie. I'm a senior fitness specialist, and this is the 5th show I've done. We've just started. Today we're going to put all the shows together so that you can understand more what we're doing daily and weekly as far as fitness for seniors. There are 3 basic fitness components. There are 6 altogether, but the 3 basic fitness components that we should really be thinking about for physical exercise are strength, which should be done twice a week, or 3. Flexibility, you can do daily, do it in bed, do it standing, do it lying down, or cardiovascular or aerobic exercise 3 to 5 times a week. If you do it every day, that's fine. The next 3 fitness components are nutrition. Are you eating properly? Are you eating from all the basic food groups? Are you taking supplements? The 5th is stress management. We all have stress, especially today, don't we? Exercise helps with that, especially aerobic exercise. Getting out and taking a walk is so good for your mind and your mood. It just makes you feel better. So a typical day would be all of those if you can do it. As I said, you don't have to. You can do a little each day, but we are going to start with bed exercises. We're going to do a few of those. So just get comfortable, slide forward in your chair just a little bit. Now just make believe you're lying in bed. So put your heels down right on the mattress, all right? I've got to come forward a little bit more to get that leg up enough. So let's start together. So just lift the leg up. 1, you can do it in a chair because obviously we are, but you can do this when you're half asleep. You can do this with your eyes closed. What could be easier than this, really? So you can make believe you're still sleeping. Do about 10 of these. If you want to do more, that's fine. If you're just starting and it's really tiring, just do 2, whatever you can do. And then we have to do the other side. So we'll put that leg out. It's already on the bed, and all you have to do is lift up. We'll say 2 and 3. Can you feel this tightening? So it's good for your core, which also strengthens your lower back, but you're strengthening your quadriceps here, which you need for what? For good balance. So I think I lost count. Let's do 2 more, up and up. So that's the first thing I do. Then what I do is like a kick. I'm doing a leg lift, but I'm alternating. So it's 1 and 2. And when I put the foot down, the knee is bent usually. You can do it with a straight leg also. But I'm going to go 3 and 4 and 5. Feel it here again. You're going to feel it in your lower back, in your quadriceps right here. So we're lifting. How do you feel? This will wake you up. It gets the blood up to the brain, which clears the mind a little bit. This is also great for circulation. You always hear that about older people. Oh, they don't get enough exercise, they're not circulating their blood, and this is why they're getting blood clots. I mean, there are other reasons for getting those, but it is good for circulation and to wake you up. It's wonderful. All right, we're going to do a couple more, though. I do about 10, but we're not going to do all of those today, all right? Here's what I do. If you can do this comfortably, I cross over. Remember, we're lying flat on the bed. If you cannot cross at the knee, you can just cross the feet over like this. But I cross over and I just pull that knee across. You don't have to put the full weight of your leg on that other knee either. You may not be able to do that at all. I'm going to sit up a little bit straighter too and just pull it over. And what you're stretching is the hip. I think you can feel that. We need to stretch everywhere. We have 650 muscles. How many are you using every day? How many? And we tend to use the same ones all the time. Now, when you do about 8 or 10 of these, you can stay there for a while too. Maybe not the first time you do it, but I just want you to feel it and get the full benefit of the movement, okay? So we have to do the other side though, crossing over. So which way are we going? We're going this way. I'm going to put my hand on the outside of the knee, or if your legs are crossed at the ankle, same thing, just pull it over. Just pull that over. Well, I guess we do them pretty well in the chair anyway, but it's much easier lying down. And it's so much better for you too. Are your eyes still closed when you do this make-believe you're lying in bed? maybe it sounds better to say you're relaxing while you're doing this. All right, then we'll come back. Now, another thing I do, and this is definitely good for the core and your lower back and your legs, the same thing. I bring the head up a little bit, just a little bit off the bed. You're not going to be able to get everything up there. And then I just do this kind of a thing. Can you do that? Hold on to the chair while you do it. Now what you're doing is, you can call it a bicycle, except that I'm not really circling the feet. I'm just pushing, pushing, pushing. Most of these exercises were given to me by a man that lived to be over 100. And he said, Karen, I do these every day. And he didn't wear glasses, and he didn't have arthritis. I'm not sure if it was because of all the exercises he did, but he was in really good shape. And I forgot the first thing we do, which is, again, we're lying in bed. This one, just flopping the feet back and forth. Gets all that blood going, gets you moving, wakes you up a little bit too. Again, you can still keep your eyes closed, right? Another one that I do, we're almost done with these now. So just remember, they're done in bed. You should be able to do these, or do what you can do. And I just lift one leg, lift the knee up and push out 1 and 2. I can really feel that one. 3 and 4, and it's just as easy to do in a chair, isn't it? And 6 and 7 and 8. We'll try the other side now. Just lift off the mattress, off the bed, and push. We'll be pushing out rather than down. Pushing out. 3 and 4. Now, if you don't hold on to the arms of the chair, you're getting a much better exercise here. Now, you want your abdomen to be strong and your back, both. And that's what this exercise will do for you. Wonderful stuff. I'm going to try another one that is not really a bed exercise, but I'd like to try it before I forget it. Both legs out straight. And do it this under and over thing. It's not easy, but do it with your arms too. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. How many can you do? I think we'll do 16 today, right? And 15 and 16. And how did that feel? So that's just some of the exercises I do in bed. Now remember what I said about the first 3 basic fitness components that I mentioned. One of them is strength training. And we need to keep our upper body strong for good posture, right? And then we need to strengthen our lower legs, which we've just done. So I'd like you to grab your weights if you have them. We're also going to work with exercise bands eventually, and those are kind of fun. I've actually picked up some brand new exercises for us. I'm always looking for exercises and information on aging. All right, hold on to your weights now. They're horizontal, elbows into the body. Don't be lifting out like this. Make sure your elbows are right into the body, either your waist or your abdomen a little bit. And we're going to do the first exercise I always do when I do strength training. Do you know which muscle group this is for? It's for the biceps. Do you know where they are? The biceps are in your upper arm, aren't they? Let's say this is 3. You know what I forgot to mention? Right now I'm going to do it. That first movement can be pretty quick. The second movement has to be at least 4 seconds to get the full benefit. So we're going up fast, down slow. That's where you gain the weight in that second movement. Let's try it again. Up and 1. And that's difficult to do. We want to bring it right down. But you'll notice, look at your arm, you'll see definition in your arm, especially in that area, in the bicep area, right? And slowly down. Let's try another one. You're also tightening your abdomen when you do this. And slowly down. We do 8 to 12 of these. That's the range. I usually start with 8 like we did today, but I might do 10. We'll see. Try it again. Don't hold your breath when you do strength training and stretching. A lot of people do. You should actually breathe out on exertion, that first movement. Watch. and slowly down. And you don't have to do it with every single repetition, but just try to remind yourself every now and then just to breathe out on that first movement. Now we're going to rest now because you've done a lot, haven't you? Let's turn the weights over. Just rest for a minute. Sitting up nice and straight. So we're doing strength training, not weightlifting. It's called strength training. We're trying to maintain our strength as we age. You can lose as much as half of your strength by age 70. Everyone doesn't. Again, everyone is at a different fitness level, but that's kind of an awful thought, but we can do something about it. As long as you can move, you can do something. All right, so we did biceps. So naturally, the next thing we do is triceps, right? So let's do that. This one might be a little more difficult. Let's come forward in the chair. Let's bring the arms down a little bit to the front and turn the weights so that they're horizontal. Put one foot in front, and you're going to breathe out as you lift the arms straight, both arms straight out or up to the back. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's much easier to do it fast both times. So up and 1. Can you feel it? I feel it in my neck too. Try it again. And then slowly down. Let's try it again. How does it feel? You feel like you're doing something, don't you? I know you do. Try it again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. I think we're going to do one more after this one. So we've done biceps and triceps. Normally, if you were just starting out doing strength training, you would do 2 sets of each exercise. 2 sets of 8 or 2 sets of 10. And, you might as well do the correct amount of weight so you get the full benefit of the exercise. Let's do a little bit of exercise for your wrist and your hands. And one thing I'm glad I just thought of, strength training doesn't just strengthen your muscles, it also strengthens your bones. So some of you may have a little bit of what they call osteopenia, the beginning of osteoporosis. Again, always ask your doctor first, is it okay for me to do strength training? Tell him what you're doing, him or her. And it's great for the bones, and I think a lot of people don't know that. So keep that in mind. Now on this one, again, elbows into your waist or your midriff, wherever they reach, holding the weights horizontal, and just twist. 2. This is good for the wrist, the forearm, the hands, and 5. We need our hands for everything. I've noticed a change in the strength in my hands. So I try to do as much of this. There's so many things we can do, and we can't do all of them every single day, but there are some things that are basic. So remember, strength training, think of that first. Once you reach the strength that you think is good for you, you're noticing a change in your strength. Twice a week is sufficient. Let's put the weights down. Twice a week, but a day or 2 in between. Don't do strength training with the same muscles 2 days in a row. So that's kind of an old rule that still applies, but just keep that in mind. So what have we done? We've done biceps, triceps, wrists, hands. What about your fingers? What can we do for the fingers? Just put your weights vertically right here, just above the knee, holding on to the ends of the weights. Now this is going to be difficult because these are pretty heavy, and you're going to lift up with your fingers. Of course the arms go with them because they're all attached, but this is great for the hands and the fingers. Because my weights are big, I can't really get the fingers on them the way they should be. Most of you should be using at least 2 pounds, 3 pounds. It depends. It depends on what you're doing. The exercise machines are great too, the strength training machines. If you go to a gym or you have a membership, go. But make sure you talk to someone that is used to working with seniors, okay? So we'll try it again, up and down. And we'll just do one more. This is a tough one. Okay. I think we're going to do just one more for the upper body because we have quite a bit to do. This one is tough. And what it does is it exercises almost all of the upper body muscles. It's a tough one. One weight above the other, not resting. And let's just do a circle. 1 and 2, good. And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. I know you can feel that because I certainly can. And we'll put the weights down and rest for a minute. Relax. Pull the chin in and then drop your head down. Now you've been tensing your neck muscles, your upper neck, your upper body, upper back. So we want to stretch these out a little bit. And then we're going to look up at the ceiling, but don't try to drop your head on your back to touch your back. That's very dangerous. If there's any degeneration in the vertebra up there in the back of your neck, you might have a problem like that. We want to be careful. So that's why I never do a complete head roll, which means dropping it down and bringing the head all the way around. I just do side, down, and over to the other side, just for a little stretch. We don't go all the way around. And then drop the head down again, to the side and down, and to the other side for a good stretch. Wonderful. I'd like you to put your weights down for now. We're not going to use them anymore today. Okay. Grab some water, really, really important. It dissolves any prescription drugs you might be taking or supplements. You need a lot of water so they will all dissolve and they don't stick there in a little lump, right? Wonderful. Now, flexibility, because I do this in almost all of my exercise classes, all of them, yes. Flexibility, sitting up nice and straight, and we're doing the upper body right now. We've done the lower body. Let's do a little bit more for the upper body. Just grab your elbows. Isn't this easy? And all you're going to do is pull across. So you're getting a good workout today. You don't have to worry about exercising now. Pull those elbows across. Don't turn your body. Just keep the body just where it is, nice and straight. Pull that chin in. How does that feel? Pretty good? Maybe you're feeling muscles you didn't even know you had or haven't felt before. Who knows? Pulling across. Great. I think we have about 206 bones, but we're more interested right now in muscles, aren't we? Pull across again. Wonderful. And then one more time, pulling across. Good. All right. Now what I'd like you to do is just stretch your arm out from the shoulder, sitting nice and straight, and then close your hand and just bring your hand up, just the hand, not the arm, and back. It's just a nice exercise for the wrist. Good. And full without the weights. We're doing the wrist without the weight today, or right now anyway. And 5 and 6 and 7. Keep the arm straight, and then move the hand from side to side, just to keep it flexible and to strengthen, right? It's much easier without the weight, isn't it? Back and forth. Let's try the other. Straight out from the shoulder, just make a fist, back and up. And we're going to do this someday on the arm of the chair with a weight. But today we'll do the easy one. Up and down, and 5, and 6, and 7. We're stretching the hand too. We're stretching, and back and forth, back and forth. So after strength training, we need to stretch. Even after aerobics, it's nice to stretch, especially the back of the legs, isn't it? To do that walker stretch or that runner stretch that they call it. All right, shake your hands out. Clasp your hands together again. This time bring them all the way up. But what I'd like you to do is pull the shoulders down. If you were in dance class, you'd have to do that. You would dance like that. You'd have those shoulders pulled down nice and all the way back. Very gently push back. 1, 2, wonderful. Wonderful stretch for your upper back, your arms, your hands, your fingers. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right, we're going to do another stretch. And this stretch is for your spine. Now the spine can move in different ways. So I'll have you come forward in your chair. a little bit more than usual. Just don't fall off. Open the feet a little bit and just drop forward. Now, if it makes you dizzy to bring your head down, you don't have to. You can keep your head up and look at me. See, that's easy. This is called spinal flexion, and it's a really nice stretch for the spine. But you don't want to stay this way. And you're going to hold that for a few minutes, a few seconds anyway, maybe 15, 20 seconds. I keep moving it up, don't I? So this is spinal flexion. You're going to come back up slowly and just grab that other hand. All right. Now we've done this already. This is called spinal extension. You're flattening out that upper curve, that cervical curve. Stay here, palms facing, and you're going to reach up. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. How does that feel? And 7, and 8. Feel pretty good? All right. So we did spinal flexion, which I think feels really good. We did spinal extension. Now we can also rotate the spine. How can we do that? Let's do the easier one today. Open those feet just a little bit. Take this hand, cross it over, grab the outside of your knee. You're not grabbing it, you're just placing your hand there. You can hold on if you have to. It's probably better if you don't. Maybe put the other hand on the leg also. Just pull yourself around. And this is a wonderful stretch. And you need this to function, to be able to see behind you if you have to, right? Some people have to turn their whole body. It would be much better if we could just turn the head. And it takes a little work. You have to do it for a while. All right, we'll come back slowly. Take this hand to the outside of the opposite knee, sitting up straight, and then just pulling yourself around. I think it feels good, but be careful if it's the first time you've done it in a long time. If it really doesn't feel too good, just stop doing it. You've done enough today anyway. And then we'll come back slowly. So we did what? Flexion, extension. We did rotation. And what else can the spine do? How else can we move the spine? How about bending? Bending the spine. I'm going to come back a little bit. I'm going to take this hand, cross it over again. With your free arm, you're going to reach up, up, and up again, all the way up. Holding on. I like this one because this is helping, isn't it? Reaching up, and can you feel that all the way down your side? All these lovely little, what do you call them, rolls? We get rid of them for a few seconds anyway. But it's a wonderful stretch for that area. And I've been using these old standbys for years. This hand across, reaching up, opposite arm. So you reach, this is not a stretch. It really isn't. You reach up as you bend. Keep reaching up, up, and up. So what do you think? Oh, I could stay here forever. Maybe I will. And then we'll come back. Let's just circle the hands. Doesn't that feel good? Circle, circle, circle. And then we'll go back the other way. Have you had enough? Would you like to do a little more? A little more for the hands. Let's just push out as if you're saying, stop. Let's pull those fingers back. This is for underneath the arm. There's just so many things I can give you, but I can't give them all to you at the same time, right? And then the other side, just pull the fingers back for a nice stretch. This is good for arthritis, and it's probably not a bad thing to work through a little discomfort. Exercise is great for the stiffness of arthritis, the stiffness and the pain. Again, check with your doctor. Now let's just put the hands together and relax for a minute. Elbows right down here on the arms of the chair, and we'll just relax. Drop your chin right down. If you want, you can put your chin right on the tips of your fingers. Close your eyes and let's just be just a little meditative for a couple of seconds. We're going to talk about that too. It's not physical exercise, but it certainly helps with your health. They're doing meditation all over the world. with all ages, all types of people. They're even doing meditation for dogs. Can you believe that? And then we'll bring the head back up slowly. So stress management is, I believe, is it number 4 of the basic fitness components? Nutrition. It's important to eat properly, drink lots of water, especially as we age. We need the water. Our skin gets dry. Our hair gets dry, our nails, everything, especially in the wintertime. So nutrition is an important aspect of aging. And the last one is balance, which we've done a lot of. And for balance, we need strong legs. So we have another maybe 1 minute or 2. Just quickly before we finish, I want you to lift one leg up and just leave it there. Something as simple as that can be strengthening to this, all of your core. Is it still up there? Is your leg still up there? These are some of the very simple things you can do to stay. If we're living longer, we want to feel as good as we can, right? We'll put that foot down, lift up the other one. Maybe this one will stay up there a little bit longer. What do you think? Well, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you next time. And we'll do some of this and maybe something new. I have a lot to give you, and I'm excited about it. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.